Welcome to your Inspirational Astrology Horoscope for the weekend of August 15th, 16th, and 17th, 2014. I'm Astrologer David Palmer, the Leo King, here to illuminate the collective consciousness. This weekend, check out my website, theleoking.com, to join my monthly subscription service, Premium. This is where you get all of your sun sign horoscope videos throughout the week on Mondays. You get extra videos going into all different spiritual subjects. I always like to play around with some of the crazy stuff. And I'm also doing deeper astrology now, which is an awesome new way to learn astrology on a deeper level. And there's a tarot reading throughout the week. This is an awesome subscription service for only $7.99 a month, where you get all the horoscopes that you could ever dream of. Make sure you get it at theleoking.com. And this weekend, speaking of premium, 6 planets in fixed energy. And a moon in Taurus is all about premium, especially with the sun in Leo. I would know. I was born with a sun in Leo and a moon in Taurus. It is just the best of the best, because when you mixed the heart and 3 planets in Leo, we've got Venus and Jupiter, which will conjunct, by the way, in Leo this weekend. Talk about the love bursting through, but it wants to have that Taurus energy moon to ground it and know, are we opening in the right place? Is it really worth it? And then Scorpio, is it our truth? Am I going to be able to connect deep with it? This is like the extreme fixed energy on fixating on what we want in our lives, especially because I think we've been talking out of our ass. Now you're like, what kind of horoscope am I watching today? Well, Mercury has been in Leo. You know, I was born with Mercury in Leo. Trust me, we could just talk and and on fire, and Mercury is at the party, you know, with drinking wine, smoking cigs, like, yeah. But in Virgo, which Mercury comes into on Friday, boom, now it's time to get to business. Put the glasses on, earth things out, because Mercury does amazing in Virgo. Mercury needs a little bit of earth now because it's had all these talks at the parties. It went through Cancer and swam in a bunch of pools and talked and got emotional and cried. And, you know, it's like, okay, let's finally do some work here. Let's get all this stuff going. So there's a lot to go with now. And especially with the moon in Taurus, we're going to really ground. I think we've made a lot of decisions recently, but we're going to need to make sure that there's the last puzzle this weekend. And with Jupiter and Venus conjuncting on Sunday, I mean, that's a rocket ship, I'll be honest. There's a NASA rocket ship for our heart chakra, what we want in our lives. It's starting to open up and come into the next week. So we're really having to get to the bottom of our own selfishness, because 6 planets and fixed signs deals with your own selfish life, your own road, what you feel you want. And the moon's exalted in Taurus. A moon in Taurus wants to feel the best it can. The best. No better. I don't want 87. I want 92. Or if you got that race fuel in the back, throw that in there. And that's where we're at in our lives now. We are adding to get to the premium aspect of our life. And with all the energy now in Leo, especially a sun with a Venus-Jupiter conjunction, the universe is signaling this huge opportunity for us to open our hearts, to express ourselves, and to go for our dreams. There is the tension, though, in the chart. So this weekend, Friday's looking pretty good, but it is coming into, well, let's be real. Friday, the moon does come in and trine Mercury, so I think there's a lot of clarity. But what's interesting is it does square Venus. Maybe there's things that were emotional that we want. Maybe we can't have them all the way. You know, there could be a block maybe. The moon will oppose Saturn this weekend, and that'll happen Saturday. So I think there's going to be the tension off knowing what we want, maybe not being able to access it, but ready to go get it. And you know, we're all over the place. We're in Leo, we're happy one minute. Then we're stubborn, we know what we want. And then it's Scorpio, and then we're all intense and we're dark and we're trying to figure it out. And we want to jump into something, but we don't. There's tension. And tension builds momentum. Tension also is what pulls the rubber band back and flings things in life. And this is the big rubber band this weekend. It's been pulling for a while. We came out of the portal. Remember, we came out of the portal. If you've been watching me for a while, I'm sure you feel the energy's changed huge. And it's pulled us into this beautiful spot for a launching period. That's why I called this month Fly Baby Fly. If you haven't got the download to the webinar, it's only $4.99 at inclusiveastrology.com. But you know, it's all of us getting set back here ready to fly. And so this weekend is that final tension. knowing what we want, maybe being without something and realizing that we want it too. That's one thing about this weekend. As on Saturday, the moon opposes Saturn in Scorpio, and the Scorpio-Leo-Taurus party goes really intense. As it's at the midpoint of the Sun-Jupiter energy too, it's like, where are we taking our heart, and what is it? What is it that we're going to take? There's got to be something very intense here. Jupiter and Venus are about to go. Mars is about to start squaring Jupiter and Venus energy too. There's the tension to just yank it back and fly. You know, and there's that intimate sexual drive too that gets mounted up with this. I put a picture of a huge great white on my Leo King Astrology group. And I did that because it's like, and I have one of it flying out of the water because this is where all the energy starts to go. When you mix all these fixed signs like this, and then you get everything, you get Mercury and Virgo, which wants to get everything ready to go and figure it out and organize it all, and it's starting to oppose Neptune. We're going to talk about that next week, of this really magical energy coming in and the big set-off and the big flying. Mars as well is coming close to Saturn, and that's coming in the next week and a half. And that is when Mars and Saturn really work together to plow something incredible. This is that weekend to see. It can be some of the best moments in my life happen on the most intense squares in Taurus, Leo, and Scorpio. And so this weekend could really present to you something very exciting and special. And yesterday, or Thursday's video, I talked about this destiny that was unveiled and this message from the universe. And we're starting to see that unfold throughout this weekend, because I feel as we're going to come into the end of August here, you're going to know what Fly, Baby Fly is all about. And what is the card of the weekend? Oh my gosh, the Knight of Swords upright. We've been getting the Knight of Swords reversed a lot lately. This is what I'm talking about. Fly, baby, fly. This is a lot of stimulation, a lot of different things happening, flying through the ethers, in my opinion. Our heads really tripping out in a lot of directions. Communication having to come out. But this is excitement. Things are buzzing. Things are stimulating. Big moments happen when you get squares like this. But I don't think these are the big moments of completion. I think these are the big moments that set into motion and yank you back and get you ready for the great ride that's coming here for the last 2 weeks of August. Check out my website, inclusiveastrology.com, if you have any questions or if you want to have a one-on-one reading. Thank you so much for all of your support, and I will see you guys on Monday.